Hi Leo, how are you doing? Welcome into this timeless reading that is going to look into a past life that you have had that is currently affecting or linked to this lifetime that you are in now. This is going to be a very interesting reading. It always is when we delve into past lives. I always like to call it going down the rabbit hole. So prepare yourself. You're about to go down the rabbit hole, guys. It can sometimes get a bit weird. So bear with me. Remember, the personality that you are now is not the same personality that you were in a past life. Sometimes you can even change sex. I'm just saying. You can be a lady here and you can be a man that side in a past lifetime. It is very fluent, guys. So let's get started and see who was this Leo in a past lifetime. And maybe we'll be able to pick up on how far back it is as well. Most people are very old souls. So especially in the time that we live in now, where most people are very old souls. So let's have a look and see. What do we have coming up here for you? Ooh, who was a spoiled Leo in a past lifetime? You had a very easy lifestyle life. I don't know. You had a very easy life. You were born very rich. I don't know. It can be both male or female energy. Literally, for some of you guys, it could be a little bit different. Let me tell you, you were. You know when they speak about being born with the golden spoon in your mouth? Basically, there you go. You had the world as your oyster. You were like the pampered princess or prince or whatever this was. It can be something as dramatic as that. By the way, the first thing that I saw when I looked at the card, I don't know, because sometimes I might start to mention specific ways of living or ways of being, and you might even be very interested in that culture or even be born in that area now. This is a desert world, okay? This is a desert world. I honestly feel like it's somewhere like in Middle East kind of vibe, you know, like Egypt or this kind of energy. If you were born in Egypt, like, oh, we're both African. Woo-hoo. I'm not Egyptian, but that's Africa. So I'm South African, by the way. It was like a desert world that you lived in, but you were extremely well taken care of. It was a good thing that you were so well taken care of, because it kind of like made you have no cares in the world. By the way, wherever you lived, there was like an oasis of water, but around the area, it was quite a big area that was just like green, and everywhere else it was very, very dry. You were very spoiled, hey? I'm like, you from a baby. It's like you had little gold rattles kind of a vibe, you know what I mean? You were very spoiled. You never had a care in the world with a full card being there. It's like you never thought about where food was coming from or safety or anything like that was ever in your mind. But it did have an effect on you. There was an energy of you not really being satisfied with the life that you had as years went by. I think when you were growing up, it was just like, lucky me. I don't even think you thought you were lucky. That was the world you lived in, and you didn't really comprehend anything else. With this Three of Wands energy, it showed me as you grew older, there was a sort of a sense of almost like a longing to be someone or become something or go somewhere where you couldn't do it, with the Three of Wands in the reverse position. Because the Three of Wands, it's like, look how this lady looks in the card there. It's almost like she's looking at what she has, which is all these dominoes here, and she's standing on top of the dominoes, and the wind is blowing in her hair, and again I see sand again and mountains, and there's more dominoes in front of her, as you can see. But they're falling over. She can't get to them. She can't walk to that place. And even if you're a man, this is both energies, really. And there's a doorway there as well. And she couldn't get through the doorway because it was in the reverse position. So even though you had it all, but you were severely restricted as to what you could do or could not do. I think that's where, as you grew and became older, it's what made you go, I wish I could have been, or I wish I could have done, or I wish I could have went. It's almost like if you could have said, like, I want to go down to the river, it's like you had to kind of like ask permission to do so. It's almost like you never had your own free will to do things. I mean, for a lot of you guys, I'm kind of like picking up this very strict like control where women didn't have a lot of control over things. And for even if you are were a male energy back in this time, it's also the same energy of you being very controlled. And it's like, this is very weird. I mean, for some of you, I promise you, like you guys may have been some kind of royalty or something like this. If you ever thought about that kind of stuff, or you ever like to read about this time, I mean, this can be anything where there's a world of desert, okay? It's a very, almost like, it wasn't like Stone Agey time. No, this was like after the building of the pyramids kind of vibe. It wasn't maybe like 1600s, 1700s. I don't feel like there was this crusades and funny things happening. This was way back in these days where your guys' culture was so strong, and it's almost like the area that you were living in, it was a very powerful region. It was very powerful. I almost feel like your father was one of the people who were the most powerful people. It was like, whoa, like, hello, you know what I mean? Let's see now, what connection is this going to have? Perhaps there is a person from this time connecting with you in the time that we are currently in. So let's go in and have a look. Yeah, look at this. There was a person, definitely, but you and this person were absolute total opposites of each other. This person came from a very poor background. Very poor background. They were orphaned very, very young, and they were alone for a very, very long time. They learned a lot. They had a lot of wisdom about life and everything. They did something that pulled their life. This almost reminds me of the Aries reading for the past life that I did. Really weird. You must check it out. Maybe you're going to have some similarities there. They pulled themselves out of that situation. I feel like they were orphaned, very young, and they had nothing with the Page of Pentacles, nothing. And they were very young when this happened. They found some kind of dignity in themselves. They found some kind of strength in themselves. For some of them, I believe they were very, very strong people. I don't think like they were powerful people, but I believe like they were physically strong. They found balance here very quickly in their life, and they pulled themselves up by their bootstraps, literally. I do believe this is somebody that you knew. This could have even been something like a soldier or a very hype soldier, kind of like in the world that you were in. What happened here? This is going to be interesting. Oh, you know, with so much restriction that I felt here. What happened? Imagine you guys were like Cleopatra and Mark Anthony, kind of up, you know. Is it Mark Anthony? Isn't Mark Anthony married to J-Lo? Was, I don't know, you know. Hey, and imagine, yeah, I don't pick that one up. Yeah, this was a warrior. Not a warrior, but a soldier, you know what I mean? They did go very high up, but in their career, they suffered an injury and had to pull back, and it's almost like they went to, and this is when you met them. They're telling the story. Ooh, it's like you didn't know them. They went through a lot of things. They had wars and battles that they attended. They got injured in one of these, not severely, but they could no longer fight. The rest and reconsider is the wounded warrior card in the reverse position. They could no longer participate and, you know, go out there, you know, do what they were doing. And this is when they had to make a new decision. They did make a decision, and this is when I think you guys met each other. This is interesting because I'm picking up on, it's mainly a woman's energy. If you were a man in that time, that tells me that you may have had like a same-sex connection. Boom, boom, surprise, it's been around for millions of years. So daydreams and decisions. So that tells me that you guys, you may not have been able to actually be with each other. I don't know how this all unfolded. I'm going to check now. The thing is, I think you were daydreaming a lot about each other and trying to think like, how can we be together? I almost get this kind of like vibe, like I don't even know if you guys got into a relationship with each other, or if it was like just looks across the room, or you see them and you're like, oh, there's a person that I like, and they see you and they're like, oh, there's a person I like. What happened here? My goodness, something maybe was uncompleted. Okay, that card just wanted to be, so let's see. Yeah, it couldn't go further than that. The looks and the, maybe a few words being said, but it was like, whoa. There was another person that came in very swiftly. I think they picked up on this and they separated the two of you. You're going to meet this person in this lifetime if you haven't already met them. They're showing it very clearly. This is unfinished business between the two of you. That's the swift energy, like whoosh, that just came in here, separated the two of you, like could have sent this person away. They may have been in charge of them, or the boss, you know what I'm saying, the what, I don't know, the ruler. And they were just like, nope, this is not happening. They may have had plans for you, or they saw that it was inappropriate and they were just like, nope, whatever story it was for you. And gone. Separated, and it never got to that point where you guys, I think you were daydreaming about it, hoping that you would get a chance to actually be with each other. Now let's see how this is going to affect our current lifetime now. How interesting is that? Let's have a look and see. 10 of Wands energy in the reverse position. You've walked away from so much, ended cycles. Things have happened in your life with the Devil card being there that you do not like. And you got the Sun card. Whoever you are currently, it's almost like, who you were in the past life here. You were like very well taken care of and all your needs were met. It's almost like people thought for you even. In this lifetime, not at all. Not at all. You had to think on your 2 feet all the way. You've been through some really hard stuff in life, hey? From childhood, where you had this unbelievable like structure all around you, with people just sort of like your every need was met, Yeah, that was not like that from childhood already. It was very difficult, some situations that you've been through. You didn't like that at all, with the Devil card being in the reverse position. You may have, I'm just going to put this one out there, you may have grown up with, for some of you guys, hey, you may have grown up in a situation where maybe one of your parents had some kind of addiction, or they were just out of control of some sort of behavior that they had. I hope it wasn't something bad like abuse or anything as you were growing up, but for some of you it could have been. And you broke away from it. You stepped away from this. You still are. You're still healing. You got the 10 of Wands in the reverse position. This is you having left that behind. These are things that you do not like with regards to how you grew up. Even with regards to, I think, relationships that came after that. When we're in situations like this, when we are growing and things are not the way we would like it to be. I'm finding it very interesting how these cards are very different, because this is the Wands energy and this is the Devil card, but look how the colors are just joining with each other there. It's like these cards are one energy. That's so interesting. It's like they were meant to be next to each other. What I do know here is that even when you did start to date or get married or whatever you did, it's almost like you repeated that cycle again of what happened in childhood. I don't feel like you had the care from anyone in this lifetime as you did have in the past lifetime. It has caused you, I think, on a soul level to literally reevaluate and relook at everything with regards to yourself and your understanding of the world and how things should be. You came out of this, you stood up and you dust off your boots and you like literally said, I'm gonna fix myself. Not that I need to fix myself, but I'm gonna fix everything around me. I'm gonna make my world, even though it hasn't been what I want it to be, because of the Sun card being here, that's what you would love to have, but you chose to say, okay, this is what has happened, this is what has occurred, it's not fair, I don't like it, but I'm letting it go. And I'm going to build the life now that I never had for myself. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. If you haven't gotten to that place where you're thinking like that, I think you're going to be very, very soon. It's almost like you're washing your hands and you're just like, that doesn't make me who I am. All the experiences that I had, all the relationships that went wrong, that is not me. That is not me at all. I can rebuild me. And I even think, I feel for some of you guys, you may not have gotten to this place yet. If some of you have, and it's almost like Spirit Guide wants you to hear that about yourself. It's like they're speaking so that you can hear this, so that you realize, I'm about to step into a new me. And this, I feel it so strong. I just got goosebumps right down the back of my head. And sometimes when Spirit Guides get excited, they kind of like step in like that, and they can push their energy. So your person's here. They want 2 cards. Your person's in this lifetime with you. This person is here. But this time, oh no, they are not the Page of Pentacles. You see how lifetimes just swap and swap and swap around? You know, we are everything. This is what you need to know. Most of us alive today, because of the energy. Somebody asked me, how do we know if we're old souls or young souls? I must remember your name. I forgot. I know you asked me. Hi, how are you? I hope you're watching the reading. And if you're alive in 2020 and 2021, and any time from the 80s up, I can say almost from the middle of 1950s up, from this time, I think right up until we get to like maybe 200 years from now, all the souls that are getting born now are extremely old, because of the amount of shifts and changes that have happened in our world. I mean, if you look at 100 years ago, we show the people the things that we have now, they will think we're doing magic. You know what? And they will be like, are you aliens or what? You know, it would be absolutely mind-boggling for them to understand our world. And only very old souls can handle navigation like that, and all the things that we face the way that we face. So now you got your answer. This person is that person. 6 of Cups energy. This is the past person that's coming in. You guys have that connection with each other. This person is so well off in this lifetime. Stable energy. They're not the Page at all. They literally got the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever they do, they're successful at it. They don't have money problems at all. Imagine. And very stable person. Very stable person. I'm curious, do you know them already? Very stable person. Look how wise they are. I told you, very, very old souls. All of you guys right now, almost everybody born very old souls. The Hierophant energy, just like Spirit Guide was saying, yep, just letting you guys know, very old souls, very old souls. I want to put this somewhere because I don't feel like it's part of the reading, but it is part of the reading, but it's their energy as well, showing the wisdom that they've gained throughout everything they've experienced and the lives. You guys may not have been living in the same lifetime for maybe a couple of hundreds of years, but it doesn't mean you didn't have other lifetimes. You've been waiting. I don't feel like it's more than 500 years. This is a really weird reading, but it's my world, okay? This is where I live. This is what I see. You guys are like perfect for each other. You were perfect for each other then as well. There's the Star card. I don't know if you've already met them. For some of you, you know who I'm talking about, and you're like, that's my person. Yes, it is. Yeah, they are. They immediately came in. If you're with somebody and when this person met you, they were like, hey, you're the one. It's because you were the one, you know, from then even. And it's like you completing this. If you guys like literally settled down, got married, had kids, this is this person. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my God. And if you have not met this person yet, you're going to meet this person. It's going to be somebody that comes in and is just like, I'm serious. You know, I'm not playing here. I've been waiting too long to play any games. And I feel like it's going to be really interesting. So let's have a look and see more dynamics. Yep. There's your manifest energy, your magician energy, and it's even in the reverse position. So is the Hierophant. Very, very, both of you, you know your stuff. If you think you don't know what's going on in your world and how to navigate your planet and how to be a human being and how to do, oh yes you do. Oh yes you do. You got the wisdom inside of you and you just got to unlock it. They will immediately You guys have been waiting for this moment to meet with each other in this lifetime. You've been manifesting it and patiently waiting, because we see the finding balance, the Two of Pentacles energy. It's waiting to make a decision, waiting to make it. Even, yeah, daydreams and decisions. Waiting. Even this card now is even telling me there's the waiting, that you had to wait so many lifetimes before you could be together. It's in the reverse position. Finally, it's here. This person is going to, I think both of you, you're gonna, not this lifetime. I feel like you had no choice in this lifetime, neither did they. But in this lifetime, you guys are literally, will give up anything to be with each other. That's amazing. I mean, whatever sacrifice needs to be made for you guys to be together, but any one of the two of you will make it just like that. That's love. That is love. And here we are. Let's see what else Spirit Guides will show us. I love this. This is so beautiful. You know, there's always karma. This is, I want to see what this one is. It's you guys are going to meet very quickly, hey? Yeah, there is something here. That's why I was saying, whatever you need to sacrifice, you're going to have to sacrifice. When you meet each other, for some of you, there's going to be a bit of a blockage again, because it's going to happen very quickly. When you meet, it's going to be very unexpected. There could be something that's going to prevent you guys from being together, with the Two of Swords energy being there again. But this time, it's not going to go the same way. I feel like there's some of you guys, they may even be with somebody else, or you may be with somebody else. But when you meet each other, it's like, oh, you know, now what do I do? Or there could be something like, I also picked up, because of the Ace of Pentacles being here, you guys may be very far distance from each other as well. Let me tell you, absolutely nothing is going to stand in the way of this. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You guys will like literally do what it needs to do, go to with the distance you need to go, sacrifice what you need to sacrifice to be with each other. You've waited too long, and it's like nothing in this lifetime will block you. Oh man, that's beautiful. Let's see what Spirit Guide advises here as well. Like they're going, the Ten of Pentacles, you'll be so strong, and the Justice card, they're like literally pointing back to what has occurred. I think they want to remind you, this is what you would have had. If they had left you alone in this lifetime, you would have had this. You would have been the Ten of Pentacles. You would have completed what you were meant to complete. What had happened was justice in the reverse position. What had happened in the past to prevent the completion that wants to take place now was unfair. And it was by a person in control, a ruler. I feel like it could have been your father. It could have been if it's not your father, it was like, you know, it was like he had strings that he could pull to even make this person have to leave and go. And they had absolutely no choice. You couldn't get to the Ten of Pentacles. What had happened in that time was totally unfair to the two of you. Totally unfair. But in this lifetime, it's almost like you're repeating some kind of blockage as well. It's almost like Spirit or the universe or your own souls, you know, are testing the growth that you have. Hierophant. And putting blockages again. And they want to see what you will literally do to break this blockages apart. Will you do what you could not do in a past lifetime? Will you literally leave who you have to leave? Will you literally walk away from a high-paying career? Will you leave your country? Will you leave your family? Will you do all these things for this love? And that is the current energy that's right here. This is so interesting, guys. Like, wow. Honestly, for me, I believe that you will, because of the Two of Pentacles and the Magician card being there, which is like manifesting. When it's in the reverse position, it's like, who are you? Tony Robbins, you know what I'm saying? It's like the person who wrote The Secret, you know, you're doing it to the next level. You're like Oprah Winfrey or something, you know, you're not playing, you really will bring it in no matter what. It's like failure is completely not an option. Yeah, this is very interesting. I even feel like the energy that kind of like broke you apart back then may be in your world now. I'm just going to tell you. The person that was in control of you guys not being together in your past, I think there is somebody that you with that person as well in this lifetime. I feel like they've got to do with a lot of things that went wrong in your life as well. A lot of control issues, could have been a past relationship, even a parent, like I said, that was very manipulative over you, always trying to control you. That person is also here. A lot of people are here. Trust me. We all know each other much better than we think we do. Yeah, we have all have got amnesia. Imagine we know each other and then you get born again, complete amnesia, start all over again. That's basically how it is. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. If you want to check out the extended, I forgot to tell you that, guys, it's an extended reading. I'm going to be looking into more what Spirit Guide can advise you to do, what action you can do, even if you haven't met them already, how you can bring it in, or what will the circumstances be when you do meet them, and advice as well on how you guys need to move forward. But thank you so much. Such an interesting reading. Your Majesty, I don't know. I think I should say that. I don't know. I'm just saying, you know. So thank you so much. Bye.